Didn't even get to cross.
What is going on YouTube? Super Quicksilver here, and today I'm bringing you episode 2 of my How to Use Pokemon series. This episode is going to be over Conkeldurr. Like I said in my top 10 OU Pokemon video, he was who I was going to do my next How to Use video over. I'm not going to spoil where he is in that list, but he is in that list. So I really recommend going and checking that out. I'll leave a link for it down in the description, and I'll put an annotation on the video somewhere just so you guys can go check that out if you haven't seen it already. But let's hop into Conkeldurr's first moveset. It's a Guts Flame Orb. Awesome set. This is the set I use 99% of the time. If I'm using Conkeldurr on a team, this is the exact set he's going to be using. Flame Orb plus Guts is choice band increased damage without being choiced in anything. Sure, you're going to be taking a little damage from the Flame Orb, but you have Drain Punch to get that HP back tenfold, so Flame Orb's damage becomes pretty much redundant. First move, Mach Punch. He's so slow. He's never going to outspeed anything. So Mach Punch is that priority move just to get that quick KO. Say you Drain Punch or Ice Punch, you take them down to like 4%, 5% HP. They hit you back. You go in there and Mach Punch them for the KO. It's an awesome move. Any priority move on any Pokemon is awesome. As I said, Drain Punch, as hard as he's going to be hitting with that Guts Flame Orb boost, you're going to be getting so much HP back every time you use Drain Punch. Even if they resist it, you're still going to be getting plenty of HP back. Drain Punch is one of the best fighting moves, period, and I really love using it on any Pokemon that actually gets the move. For the third move slot, I use Ice Punch. Ice Punch is to stop those flying types and those ground types and even the grass types. You could use Thunder Punch, but the reason I don't, even though they both hit flying super effectively and the Thunder Punch has the chance for paralysis, is because Ice Punch hits ground and flying. Thunder Punch only hits flying. It cannot hit ground type Pokemon, meaning Ice Punch has more versatility and more use than Thunder Punch will. So that's kind of why I prefer it. Ice Punch is a great move, 75 base damage, 10% chance to freeze. The freeze hardly ever procs, but that's not the point. The Ice Punch is going to hit every flying type super hard for that easy revenge kill knockout. The last move is Knockoff. I love Knockoff. Knockoff is one of the best moves in the game, period. You all know that. Everybody knows that. Knockoff's awesome. Drops their items, knocks out their leftovers, knocks off their life orbs, knocks off their berries, focus ashes, all that stuff, knocks it right off. Hits the psychic type super hard even when the item is knocked off, which is why I like it, because it hits the psychic types, which hurt fighting, and it hits the Ice Punch hits the flying types, which hurts fighting. So this set's great coverage for all of his weaknesses. In the EVs, I just go max HP, max attack, 4 defense, Adamant Nature. I want him to hit as hard as possible with as much HP as possible and be just as tanky as I can get him without sacrificing any damage whatsoever. And that's why I choose this EV spread. It's really Conkeldurr's best EV spread, honestly. And it's, like I said, it's the set I always use, so obviously it works or I wouldn't be using it. For the second set, this is a much more defensive Conkeldurr. Still hits pretty hard, except he can take a few more hits. So I go with Assault Vest to increase his special defense by 1.5. but it only gives him the damaging moves, which is pretty much all he runs anyways. For this set, we go Sheer Force instead of Guts, because he's not going to be getting status anyways. Sheer Force is going to boost it by 1.3, which is Life Orb's power, but it nullifies the effects. So you still get Life Orb's boost, and you get to keep your defense and HP every turn. That's why I really like Sheer Force. For the first move, we have Mach Punch. Again, that priority. He's so slow, you're going to want to hit as fast as possible for those easy revenge kills, and Mach Punch gets that done. Poison Jab's his second move. Hits the fairy type super hard. Unfortunately, with Sheer Force, you are losing the 30% chance to poison, which sucks, but Poison Jab ends up hitting for 100 base power, I believe, and then the super effective boost from hitting the poison type or the fairy types is going to be awesome, especially since fairy hurts fighting. Poison Jab's a great move on stopping those fairy types. Ice Punch again, just to stop the flyers and the ground types. You guys already heard my spiel about Ice Punch versus Thunder Punch. For the last move, I do use Rock Slide. This is to stop the fire types and even the fire flying combo types like Moltres, Charizard, stuff like that. I really like Rock Slide for that reason. You do lose the chance to flinch, but it's kind of worth it considering you're going to be one-shotting a lot of flying types, and especially the fire fighting types, especially after Stealth Rock damage if you are using Stealth Rocks on your team. EV spread's a little different, still max HP just because I want him to be as tanky as possible and have as much HP as possible. I wanted to get his attack up to 200, and this is the way to do that while getting as many EVs into special defense as possible. So I put it at 172 with an Adamant Nature to get him right at 200, and then I put the rest into special defense because the 96 times 1.5 is going to be like 192, I believe, so almost 200 special defense as well, which makes him a pretty awesome tank, and this set's actually really fun to use and pretty effective. The third set is a setup Conkeldurr. I don't really like setup Pokemon because so many things can go wrong, and if you mistime anything, if you predict wrong, it can screw your whole setup up and you'll just be down a mon that didn't do anything, which is why I kind of stay away from him. But Conkeldurr's great for it just because of how bulky he is. Leftovers is the item just so he can have that sustain from subbing all the time if he doesn't have the chance to get a Drain Punch up. Iron Fist just because Iron Fist is great on this set because I'm using 2 punching moves anyways, and I don't want to have the Sheer Force, which is going to be losing some of my abilities, and I don't want to be using Guts because I don't want to be getting burnt while I'm using a sub because there's no telling when I'll die or I might end up killing myself. So for the set, Substitute, hopefully you can switch him in after you get one of your mons knocked out, scare something out, get your free sub up, and then start bulking up. Bulking up increases your attack and defense by 1 stage, which also increases your Substitute's defense. So that makes it harder to break, which is awesome. Drain Punch just to get that stab recovery from subbing all the time. So Drain Punch plus Leftovers is going to give you a lot of HP back every turn if the Pokemon that you're fighting isn't a ghost and isn't immune to it, because Drain Punch still hits resisted Pokemon insanely hard. Ice Punch again, same spiel as before, hits the flying types, hits the ground types, hits the grass types. It's a great move. I use the exact same EV spread as with the original set I used with the Guts set. I just put the 4 into special defense to make it a little bit more well-rounded defensively, just so it can kind of take those special defense hits a little bit harder. So yeah, that's why I put the 4 there instead of defense this time. Really, it doesn't matter where that 4 goes. It's only increasing any stat by 1 point anyways. So Adamant Nature again, just to make him hit super hard after bulk up. Great set. I really enjoy using it. It's a good time. So the 4th set is really gimmicky. It's a Rest Talk set. You all know about Rest Talk. You use Rest, Sleep Talk, status boosting move, and then a attacking move. But for this set, I use Leftovers and Sheer Force because Sheer Force is going to make Ice Punch hit insanely hard. Leftovers is going to give us the sustain, so if we stay asleep and are still taking hits, after we Sleep Talk, say we hit Sleep Talk, and then we rest, we're not going to have anything happen. So we want something to be happening, and I want life to be coming back. Say you Sleep Talk and you hit Sleep Talk, nothing's going to happen. We're going to be getting life back from Leftovers. But the goal is to Sleep Talk and hit at least a bulk up, and then start Ice Punching, with Ice Punch being like 100 base power or 90 base power with Sheer Force. Makes it awesome set. The EV's identical to the last set I just showed. 252, max HP, max attack, 4 special defense to make it a little bit more balanced, so while it's asleep and taking hits, it can take them just a little bit better. And that's it for this set. It's really simple. It's a Rest Talk set. Nothing complicated about it. So the last set is pretty niche. You're going to have on your team a Baton Pass agility Pokemon, and that's what this set is for. This exact setup for Conkeldurr is to receive Baton Passes and become a sweeper. So Life Orb damage and Iron Fist to give it that sheer force damage and the Guts damage without having to worry about losing your secondary effects. So you Baton Pass after using agility once, get its speed up fairly high, and then you can power up Punch to get your attack up as well, so you're still doing damage and boosting your attack with a stab move. Drain Punch again, just for that recovery, just in case you're taking hits and couldn't OHKO whatever you switched it on. And for this set, since it's going to end up being a sweeper and a little faster after the agility boosts, I use Brick Break, only because it's going to destroy those screens that would otherwise hinder his sweep or hinder your other Mon sweeps. That's why I really like Brick Break on this set, just because he can outspeed, break those screens, and then kill whatever set him up, hopefully. Knockoff again, just to stop the Psychic types, just to knock off those Leftovers so that things can't keep sustaining all of his hits. Knock off those Assault Vests, those Eviolites, hit everything super hard by removing their items. You can still drop Brick Break for the Ice Punch again if you want. I just prefer Brick Break because it's a cool set. I don't want to use every set identical, and Brick Break destroys screens, which is cool. On this set, Jolly Nature, max speed, max attack, 4 HP. Not much to say about it. After ×2 speed, he'll be at 212. Hopefully you can get 2 or 3 agilities up, pass into him. He'll be at like 400 speed, and you can just sweep with Conkeldurr, which would be pretty cool to see. I've never actually gotten to pull it off just because I don't Baton Pass ever, because again, I do not like gimmicky sets, but this is a fun one to try out if you're feeling crazy. But yeah, guys, that does it for this video of how to use. If you guys haven't seen my top 10 OU Pokemon, I will leave a link for it down in the description. Like I said, put an annotation somewhere so you guys can go watch it. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.